Again.
Again.
Hi.
Hello. Fancy meeting at here. I'm preparing for my Japa accent. That's what I'm gonna be calling it now.
What?
Mm.
Meeting you lot here.
Oh,
I'm going to go and be watching all the shows. I want to have
okay. Oh,
different accents. What did you say?
okay. Oh. But one thing is, we are very adaptive. Once we hear somebody with it, our accent will just change to whoever is speaking to us. I don't know why.
That's actually so true. I people will always say I have a British accent when I just go back. And I'm like, I don't have a British accent. Like I really disliked it. But somehow everybody always said, oh, you have a British accent. Why are you talking like that? Why are you using your nose to talk? And I'm just like, no, I don't have it. Yes. So now, but you
Mhm.
guys, let's just like do a bit of gisting. So the topic is situations where I've been too early for some and not early enough for some. Let's just like a bit of gisting first.
Mhm.
Like, the year is going. It has even gone safe.
More,
Oh,
plenty things.
as in, we chop breakfast, we drank breakfast, we survived.
Ewe, ewe.
You know that what's it called? Like maybe we should write a shirt. Like I survived.
Seriously.
Yes.
I
But
swear.
how has it been for the whole year? Like one word to what's it called the whole year to define the whole year. One
Roller
word.
Overload.
coaster.
What'd you say?
Roller coaster.
Overload.
Overload. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to say, but I think is maybe reborn or grateful. Maybe that's my own word. Reborn or grateful. What about you, S?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
One word to define the whole year.
Uh, roller coaster.
Someone else said a joke.
Oh God.
What should be a
It's
joke?
been crazy.
Yeah.
More.
Been crazy.
It's been so crazy
To
that a
be
part of me,
fair.
when I'm thinking about what happened at the beginning of the year, I'm like, did that happen this year or last year?
Seriously,
Exactly.
yeah. Yeah, like I
Exactly.
keep using landmarks to remember which year we are in. Like, okay, when did this happen? Okay, it's 2022 January. Okay, so that means this happened in 20. Like, I keep using like highlights. Okay, this is what happened at this time. So this was after, this was before. Everything just.
Like sometimes I have to go to Google Photos, yeah, to go and
Yeah.
check like the month. Okay, I'm trying to remember something like when did it happen? Was it this year? Was it last year? And then you go and then you're seeing June 2022, and then you're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Oh,
kwechi kerara niye.
Ugh, like this just happened.
it
Nah,
just happened.
honestly, alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. So let's go to our topic for today. Our topic for today, as you all know, just like I know, has
Mm-hmm.
to do with situations where you've been too early for some and not holy enough. So what I try to do with all the topics, right, is that I wanted it to be something that that we can relate to because as Muslims, but something that is not, oh, this is directly, it has to do with Islam. It doesn't have to do with Islam. It's like it's affecting us in our daily lives. And we have different opinions about it because we're different Muslims, which is why it's like shades of Muslimah. Like we're different people. Life is dealing with us differently. We have our different ways to life and everything. So yeah, who wants to go first? Too holy. Let's start with you have been too holy for them.
Let me
Where to
say,
start?
like, right now in my office where I work, there are two ladies that use hijab.
Yes.
And so I started praying in the office, like, because I was able to get a place to pray in the office. Like, I just spoke with my supervisor, like, hey, I want to have a place to pray, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, okay, I just book any of the meeting rooms, and you can pray anytime you want. Okay, cool. That's nice. They're encouraging diversity and everything.
Mhm.
And I told my sister about it, and she's like, she'll have to, she uses makeup and blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay,
Ah.
all right. I said my own.
I
Okay.
cannot say my own. Is what is really nah. Praying on time is important. It's like so important. I think one of the situations that comes to mind when I've been too early is probably going to be, when I say something like, "Oh, I try not to listen to music," "Oh, I don't do this," "Oh, I don't know," and then they're looking at you like,
Mm-hmm.
"You're only too much." Or when you're the person that says, "Oh, you guys, it's time for prayer," when everybody else is,
Yeah, and then they're like, what to do?
as in,
Mhm.
what's the deal? So I think that's it for me. Sometimes just, one thing that is quite crazy is how sometimes it feels like it's the Muslims that are very receptive, like they don't want to
Mm-hmm.
accept the Muslims,
Yeah.
and you see the non-believers being more. Maybe it's from a place of they don't know that they're accepting. Because, for example, going back to the law school thing that we discussed earlier, um, is what they said was that initially, what they said, of course, we don't know if it's true or it's not, is
Mm-hmm.
that before you could wear like caps or something like that, that it was probably a Muslim that said, oh, it's not required. But that on that
Imagine.
day, the Firdaus chick, of course, we don't know if it's true or not. This is just,
Yeah,
great
rumors. Mm-hmm.
example, the gist that will come to you fresh. And even for the lady that didn't get to do a cult, but that was people, it was a Muslim that said she wasn't going to do a cult, but all this kind of thing where
Yeah.
you're in a situation where you're trying to be a better Muslim, and then someone, maybe you are wearing a hijab, and then someone who is wearing scarf is saying like, so you cannot wear trouser,
Mm.
Mm.
cover it
Mhm.
like that. And you know what? And you're like, but you're a Muslim, you know why I'm doing this. And you're not going to say, but you're looking at them like that, like, but you're a Muslim, you know why I'm doing this. And you're like, stress yourself like that. God understands her.
Mm.
And all these things there. But I'm
God
so
is seeing my heart.
God, oh my God, that God sees my heart that you said. I can write, I can say a lot of things, and I feel like people, that is like a very, very silly thing to say. And even when you're trying to, call someone's attention to something, and
Like
they're
it's
like,
it's fine to just say okay and not do this thing, but don't come and make me look like I'm overdoing what I'm doing. I'm not even close
Yeah.
to doing enough, not to talk of overdoing.
because when you think of pious predecessors, I see what you are doing, and you're like, I've never done anything, and then you're just
Exactly.
there making it seem like I'm carrying everything on my head and
Mm-hmm.
things like.
Mm.
So, what about you? What about others? Your situation where they said that you're doing
Ah.
too much.
Mm. So when I first got like hired as an intern, the person, because the environment that I was coming from was, oh, I was working under a Muslim man that already understood everything. I was like, at least he understood enough about the religion to not even question anything. So I got here and this lady was like, oh, meet the fellow interviewer, shake his hand. And that is always my problem. I'm like, I don't shake hands, but I don't know how to tell you I don't shake hands. So I just
Mm-hmm.
do this like namaste, and I like
Yeah.
bow like and I bow like a Buddha, and I smile and I'm like shaking my head that no, I don't shake hands. But
Mm-hmm.
so at a point in the interview, they were like, you do know that you have to network, right, in this job of yours. And for you to network, sometimes you have to shake hands. How do you want to deal with that? And they put
When
that
is
in a,
networking and shaking match meet themselves?
my dear,
Exactly.
in the world, right? Different, like, okay, network videos or motivational videos or things like that. They say,
Mhm.
well, your charisma starts from the kind of firm handshake you have with someone. Like that's what I see a lot. And I'm like, why must I shake people's dirty hands for me to be like, for me
Yes,
to,
When
for
when
you to,
COVID when
so
COVID was in this world, didn't everybody stop shaking hands?
thank
the
you,
shaking,
thank
yes.
you, thank
I
you.
feel like
I
the
want
people
to
that still ask for handshakes are people that just want to stress
Stress
check the
you.
people. Because
check the
Yes.
thing.
I mean, most people now, it's like a norm now. Most people now understand that once they see you on your hijab, they don't
Mm-hmm.
bother to
They don't
stretch their
bother.
hands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They just say, oh, hello, and
They
that
don't
is it.
bother.
Like, don't
Thank
bother.
you.
Ah,
The
I'm
people
not going
that,
to
like you
lie.
said,
I'm not going to lie.
yeah.
Me, I still do knuckles. Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
shake, but I do knuckles. So most of my male friends know me. Once they see me, if you want to do alpha, is knuckles. But none of them, at least after I told them the first time, which was when we were in school, yeah, none of them has ever stretched their hands for a handshake
So
because I mean it's just common sense. Guy,
Mm-hmm.
I go give
Respect.
exactly.
you shop knuckle, but no give me handshake. I no collect.
Ah,
And
awa.
we have that level of understanding. Like, don't do
Mm-hmm.
it. Umate, because I will embarrass you outside. I won't take that hand.
At some point I started like when I have like other guy friends with me and they're like a guy comes and stretches his hand, I'll just be like, guy, please let me shake this guy's hand. That's what I do. That's what
It's
I
not
do.
hard.
It's not hard.
But
Please
I
let me
think
shake his hand.
honestly, some people deserve to have that their hand hanging because they won't learn
Seriously.
either way.
Yeah,
Like,
I've had people say, one day you sleep up and you shake my hand. And I'm like, what is
who
it?
are
Is it
you?
war? Who are you? Is it war?
Like, what does your hand have to do with me? What the hell?
Exactly. But
Like,
the
what
worst
does your
part
hand
is
bring to the table?
all these people that are asking me to shake their hands, they are the people that pee in the gutter without washing their hands for crying
What's
out
even
Yeah,
loud.
inside your
everywhere.
hand that I must shake?
Seriously.
Did
I
you
swear
do
that
obowo? Did they, the Babalawo tell you that if I once I told you and I will follow you to your house?
Happy.
Why must I shake you?
it's crazy, honestly. And I honestly, this thing we're talking about the handshake and everything, there's a level of entitlement some people have. I don't want to say guys now that they just
Mm.
expect that because that they want to shake you to be like, oh my god, you want to shake me, or because they
I,
offered you something that you can't have, you'll be like, oh my god, I'm so shy, I'll collect it, even though
are you
they
kidding?
know
Nkene,
you shouldn't. Like,
Kasi-
like
Mm-hmm.
that
Nkene.
being too early, or the popular one is when they, let's say for example, alcohol, and you're like, oh, I don't drink, and then they're like, that my Muslim friend somewhere, not them.
Not them. Not them. Not
I
them.
You know,
find them
it's
to be
funny, but
irritating.
Risha, maybe like I said before in the previous episode, I feel like I have this very stern face
Yeah.
that they don't even come at me with
Shit.
those. The highest I've gotten is, oh, you don't shake, and that used to be then. But since after school, I've not gotten that. But
Mm.
that you will now come at me and tell me that one of your Muslim friends drinks. Oh, we could do lot in now. Can you tell me? I say me, I
Happy.
don't drink. Me, as in I don't drink. If you want to hang out
Mm-hmm.
with somebody that drinks, go and meet your friend. I did not stop your friend. I did not stop you.
Happy.
Don't come at me with that nonsense. Don't try. You
Why
cannot even
don't you
guilt trip
why don't you
men.
drink? Not even a sip. You have never tasted it before. You don't even know how it tastes. Stupid
Oh
question.
my
Me,
god,
We used to
I
share
don't even
money if we taste it.
I don't even like the
Abi.
smell of the thing. The thing
It's
is not.
you,
repulsive.
So I'm not like,
Repulsive. Oh,
this is the thing people are drinking. It smells like
you know,
washed up perfume. Like why?
perfume bow. Peace.
No,
Like
like
peace and some
no,
other things that
you know when somebody is using all this like over cheap perfume that they just want everybody to know that they are there.
that's fire.
That's how it that's how it comes to me, and I'm like, why do you guys drink this thing that literally chokes me
and then
with the smell?
when they finish drinking or smoking that they want to talk to you the most. You now be
Oh
smelling
God,
everything in your face.
oh God.
And you not carry face away, and
Ah.
they're looking at you like, oh, are you saying I have bad breath? And I'm
Eh.
like,
Guy, your breath is literally hot. It's hot.
I think
It's,
there was one time like that we had like a lunch dinner kind of thing in the office, and where I sat, the next two people beside me are smokers. I know
oh,
here they'll put a ashtray on the table now, so they stand at the extreme end so that okay they'll be at the extreme end, but now me next. So the first
mm,
time that they wanted to smoke, I was like, okay, I prepared myself. I just made my face neutral. But the
mm-hmm.
second time, I didn't even know they were about to light the cigarette. Like some 30 minutes, I didn't know they were about to light the cigarette. I just smelled like,
Excuse
you know that kind of, the guy was
me.
like, sorry, and he off it straight. I'm like, nice, nice.
Nice one. Yeah, yeah, sir.
Like, I was
One
like,
thing is coming.
because
Okay, continue what
why?
you're saying.
Because like, if they'll see you, they'll see that you don't like this thing. Like since that day, people have been saying, she has a very sensitive nose to cigarette. She doesn't. She knows if
Mm,
somebody is smoking. They have been saying
correct.
it.
I like that thing.
We're
So they
doing
don't be
them.
like, let's stay away from her. Please, I beg,
Yes.
I beg, I beg.
Yeah. The thing is really crazy, right? Oh my god, you guys, I think I've seen two people I think that have been drunk, and I understand why it is haram. It
Same.
takes away. Is it two? I've seen more than two, but I'm saying drunk, drunk. Forget what you do the next day, drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's just like Alhamdulillah, this thing is haram. Because if it was not haram, then you be like, let's even try it.
I
But you
know.
see, and that's why it's crazy when coming back to the topic where it's a case of you're too holy for them, and then, this is what you want me to be doing. So
Hey.
you want me to wear my hijab, and then
As
I
in,
not only not drink it, and I be doing like this up and down, and you will not say that way. What's wrong with this one? She should not go and admit
Mm-hmm.
that to hospital. That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, situations
it's
where you've been. Sorry.
serious. I said, me, I'm very obsessive with things that I like. So I should not go and make mistake and like that kind of thing. Put honey here for me. You are finished.
Do you
You are
get? That's another thing,
finished.
It's
addiction and
over for you.
everything. As in, because that's one of the things that in I don't know, that I think I've heard somewhere is that some people, they just maybe taste it and they get addicted. Some people are prone to addiction, right? So they
Mhm.
not, and some, I think I heard somewhere that sometimes people get drugs and that's how they get addicted.
Yeah.
So it's not even,
Yeah, I heard
imagine
that
that.
too.
Imagine that somebody is making the conscious effort to not even like somebody, and they get
I
drugs,
know.
and then you get addicted. You're not saying that your Muslim friend is drinking. Like, look at this joke. But yeah, can anybody remember any other situation when someone's like, oh, you're too holy and everything like that? I think recently, the one that comes to mind was one of these older, all these babas that, talking about work and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying something along the lines of, oh, especially as lawyers, right? You want to get a job and everything, and you have this friend that gives you proper briefs but tells you to come to the bar to collect it.
Mm, 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 mm.
And initially, when he was saying, it's like, oh, you just go there, you collect it, and maybe I won't drink and everything. And for me, I'm like, now thinking about this, initially I didn't really think much about it, but now sitting and thinking about it, it's like it's sort of, because I went for one woman, and they were saying a number of things, and for me, it's a case of, is it okay for you to even go there to collect it?
It's not right, my dear. It's
Like,
not.
because we commit sins and we hide them and everything, right? But is it okay for you to be like, especially if it is a constant, it's not a one-off kind of thing where you go and then you tell them, I don't do this and everything, it's like going there
Mhm.
constant. So it's not even a case of, oh, I made a mistake or testing it. Like, let me not defend anything. It's like, this is something that I normally wouldn't do kind of thing. Or maybe I didn't know better, a continuous thing. And then not just a continuous thing, then coming out to brag about it. That's another thing in some ways. Like, when you've now
Mm-hmm.
committed the sin, don't come and brag about it again. Do you get what I mean?
And yeah, yeah.
And I think that's
Yeah.
one thing. And I'm sure sometimes when you're in situations like that, if you go and speak by, you become so holy for them.
Yes. Yes.
What
Be
about you
like,
guys?
is it not just a space? Is it not just a place? Like, why can't
Mhm.
you just enter, collect what you want? I'm like, I'm literally wearing hijab. How would it look when I come out of this kind of place with an hijab or with the hijab on? Like, how do you want me to look? First of all,
Yeah,
would my parents be happy seeing me coming out from a bar? Not to talk of
Mm-hmm.
the prophet, not to talk of
Mm-hmm.
my creator.
It's
Like,
not even your
what
parents.
if I just die
Imagine,
then?
imagine, imagine going to drop the stuff or pick the stuff here, and then you have to go to the market, and then you enter the mosque smelling of whatever air is in that
mm,
place.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Exactly.
personally, gone, you feel like
Dirty.
you
embarrassed.
are dirty because
And
no,
honestly,
because really you'll be so yama.
Exactly. Like, your skin will not just be skin in that day. So just like, oh my
you
god.
have to go home to wash up. And if not, I mean, no, don't burn the
Definitely,
clothes, but put them in the washing machine. Like, that's one
I
thing
think
someone what she said is what someone told me. Okay, we're going to say something.
I think my you are too early situation is usually during festivities.
Hmm.
Like,
Okay.
when your Christian friends greet you happy Eid Mubarak, happy Salah,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's Christmas, Easter, and all of that, and they expect you to reciprocate. So
Mm.
one time, one of them actually attacked me, sort of, and she's like, that I won't be greeting you for Salah again. That every
You
time I
can't
greet you
greet
for
me now.
Salah, but you won't greet me
Who sent you?
for for Christmas and all of that. And then I had to explain to her, I'm like, see, babe, it's not like I don't like you. I don't like you for what you do. But my religion stipulates that we don't celebrate with you, we don't greet you, we don't do anything with you with respect to your celebrations. And then she's like, but so and so used to greet me now, and she used to come to my house. She wish she's a Muslim too, and I'm like, I know. And then that at that point is like you are the one that is BS story, and then the other person is the actual Muslim that is still very
Mm-hmm.
accommodating of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't even lie, before I used to feel guilty. Yeah, but
Yeah.
you see, in the past 2 3 years, what I just do is tó bá ti ń kù ọdún méjì, so the festivities, I just go off. Ṣèbí is who you see. Ẹni tẹ bá rí
That-
lẹ máa ní kó kí yín. I just go off.
Abi?
You won't see me.
that's
When I come back on January 4th, you will ask me where how far and I will greet you. I have not been online. There's nobody will cry. All of us will be fine.
well, honestly, you saying this remind, and then I made a statement like liberal Muslim reminds me of something that I had seen earlier. Like I was watching a show and they were like, "Oh, you're a modern Muslim," and then somebody said it. I can't remember where I heard it recently. Liberal Muslim, modern Muslim, and I was like, "This is an oxymoron." They'll say things like, "Oh, Islam does A, B, C, D," and they're like, "Oh, but because they are liberal Muslims, they would not do A, B, C. They will do A, C, D," and I'm just like, I'm just like, that I don't know if you remember that sticker. I'll turn his head to the side and just be like, what's everybody talking about? Because one of the things about Islam is that there is no innovation in
Mm-hmm.
Islam. Religion is complete. And then you
Yeah.
now tell me that you're a liberal Muslim. What does that even mean?
The thing is, some of them don't see it like that because the funny thing is, some of these people that we say are liberal Muslims don't actually understand some of the things that we understand. I mean, Islam is a learning, it's a religion where you learn about new things. Like, no matter how perfect you think that you are, there's still
Yeah.
something that you do not, something
Yes.
that you are not doing. And then to them, they might not see it as something wrong. I mean, my friend doesn't cover her hair. Yes,
Yeah.
she doesn't use hijab. Like one time I tried to force her to start using caps. And
Yeah.
then she succumbed for a while. But then she's like, she's not covering again, that she's tired, that she's just saying her prayers. And Kalima is still that Allah is the only God and Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is the prophet, and that she does as a card, and that when she has money, she's going to go for Hajj. Like, to her,
Also-
she's doing everything that Islam says she should do, save
Yes.
for the use of
Mm-hmm.
hijab. And her stance on the use of hijab is the fact that she still has not, to her, she has not understood exactly the rationale behind covering
Yes.
the hair. So you see people like that. Before I used to look at them like you're taking one side, you're leaving the other. But these
Yeah.
days I just look at them and I'm like, may Allah make it easy for all of us.
I
Yes. I
mean,
Because
mean,
even we, there are things that we do that in our minds we are practicing. But
yeah.
in actual sense, some of these things are still wrong.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
constant. That's
So
why I
if we
call
are
it
going
constant
to
learning.
if we are going to be honest, all of us going in a way we are all still liberal Muslims because
But
there are some
to
things that we are still not doing, and we
I think
don't, some of us still do not see as wrong. We just see
me,
it as, oh, I've not just done it, but I'm doing some other major things.
I
Mm-hmm.
actually disagree with you on that, like saying that we're all liberal Muslims, because you know why I realize is those that say liberal Muslims, they proper it's not the person that is making the effort. These are people that proper they identify as liberal Muslim, sort of, oh, Islam says
I hate that
no, what's it called, before marriage, and this person is like, oh no, 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 I can sleep with her or I can move in with her before marriage because I'm a liberal Muslim. Unlike, we know that okay, we're not perfect, something like that. I think what makes the difference between us that we are in that position of we're learning is if somebody comes to us and oh, this thing you're doing is wrong, you're like, okay, I'll do my research. Do you
one.
understand what I mean? Okay, like I'm in the middle, I'll do my research. But this person is a case of if you go to them and you're, no, this thing you're doing is wrong, they'll just look at you like, no, me, I don't do that. Me, I'm a liberal Muslim. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like they are
I,
like
I get
proper
you.
carrying it on their head that yes, Islam does a, but I am now evolved. I am evolving with my Islam. So it's like almost as if they are creating a different kind of thing for themselves. Do you get what I mean? And that's
Mm-hmm.
like problematic because it was one thing I've realized with meeting people and everything, and Alhamdulillah for evolving, is that everybody's struggling. So it's like you
Yeah.
see, and that like I think that's the difference between people that are struggling and those that say that they're liberal Muslims. You will see them making the effort. Even if you don't see them making the effort, you know that this person is Allah conscious. And then when it comes to the liberal Muslims, I'm not saying they're not Allah conscious. I'm saying that they're comfortable with the way we said Allah sees my heart. They're
Mm-hmm.
comfortable with doing something that they know is wrong. They can make the effort there, but they're not trying to make the effort because they're like, oh, this was created like years ago, but especially the modern ones, this was created years ago, not during our time. So let me just tweak it a bit, something like that. And I think that's where my own problem comes from. Like if we're doing wrong, let's know that we're doing wrong and just hide it. Let's not now start defending it and making it seem like, oh no, 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 don't worry, this is fine. Do you get what I mean? Because for us to get to a point, or for them to get to a point where they can come on a TV show, I mean, those ones never know what they're saying, right? And say that, oh, you're a liberal Muslim. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, it's modern Muslim they use. And I'm like, what the flip? Do you get what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what are you saying?
They're
So
basically
yeah.
always like too comfortable at their own space, and they don't like, unlike we now, we know that okay, this thing is wrong, and you come to us and you're like, this thing is wrong. There's a point where we start saying, okay, let's try to reflect on this action and see where we can improve.
Yeah.
But they are like, just nah, I'm going to do my own, I'm going to be my own self, I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing
Yeah.
me, not going to change.
I'm making
I
the
love my,
religion better,
yes, yes, yes.
that kind of thing. And it's like really problematic. So let's now do we have any other things we want to add to the situations where you've been too early for people? Nobody wants to add anything. Okay,
Since
let me
I've been
add
too
something.
only,
Okay.
not really sure. I think it's just in situations of going for, say, graduation parties and all of that.
Mhm. I think I think one of the things I've realized, or not like on a general note, is anytime I'm like, oh, I don't do that, my default is to hide why I don't do that, especially if it's like an Islamic
Yeah,
reason. Because just in case of
Yeah.
before they say that, pay.
because it seems as if you're like, oh, you stutter when you're about to say my religion doesn't allow me to do this. Like,
Because
why
you
is
don't
it
want
so
the
hard?
struggle. Yeah.
It's so hard to say. It's like they're like,
Yes.
oh, it's, and when you say it to yourself, you like, it's simple. That's the reason why you're doing this actually.
Yeah.
So why do you find one excuse? I've had instances within this handshake thing. They ask me, what is the reason? What is the reason why? What is the reason? I have to find something that they will
General.
understand. Exactly,
When the
general.
general, oh, COVID. Oh, no, I'm just
Mm,
more sanitary. Before you now say, oh,
that's
the
it.
real reason is
It gets really
exhausting.
exhausting.
Well, I think honestly, one of the things, let me not say I think, one of the things I'm trying to do more now is I don't like it, I don't like it. if you're gonna die, you're gonna die. It's not gonna
Mhm.
affect you. Even though it
Yes.
takes a lot to say it and is even more to do it, because it's like I'm not going to keep, trying to hide away for me deciding that this is the person I want to be. Like I
Be.
don't. That shaking hands, right? I think
Mm-hmm.
I've dealt with people like want to shake my hand, that's pay what, but I think it's the I can't do this, I can't do that. Maybe they want you to do something that has to do with. I'm trying to think of something that is wrong Islamically, but nothing comes to mind that I can use as an example. And I'm like, oh, I can't do this. And normally I'll not be looking for ways to maneuver, especially in places of work. And like now we say, I'm sorry, this does not work. And if it doesn't work, it's like, worst case, that job is not for you and things like I'm trying to, that is like my aim now. It's a case of it's Allah, then others.
Mm-hmm.
Allah up there, then others. Everybody will be fine. Because at the end of the day, I can't continue feeling like I should keep bending backwards for people who, the moment they have the opportunity, are not going to even look at you one. They will not even say,
Exactly.
what happened? But
Exactly.
you are bending backward. When is their turn to say that they can't do something? They will even scream it at the top of their lungs.
Before go.
But
Don't
when it's
It's
me
stress
now,
me.
human rights. It's my human rights.
Exactly. Exactly.
but when it's
Human
me
rights,
now, it's
human
like
rights, my
you're doing
Nash.
too much. You sound fresh. Guys, we talked about we've been too holy. Let's go to the you're not holy enough.
That one is plenty. Oh. I feel like I get the you're not only enough more than I get the you are too only.
Only. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think I get the I'm
Yes.
too holy. I don't know.
And
But I don't know
it's even
actually.
it's sadder that the you're not only enough comes from actually Muslims. And
Thank
then
Yeah,
just to
you.
find out
usually.
like
Yeah.
Thank you.
Usually it
Yeah.
does. I think honestly, thinking
Like because
about
you are
it
using
now, it
scarf
comes
now, person
from
that is using jilbab will be like, ah no,
My
hmm,
dear. My
Kenny.
dear. That's the beginning.
yeah.
That's the beginning of it. Like,
I think it comes from a place of wanting to correct people and
but
not
not
knowing
knowing how
when you
to.
become the problem.
It's not
no,
Exactly.
just
I
correcting. It's not just
disagree.
correcting. Some people will tell you that they cannot pray
I
beside you
disagree
because
completely.
Did you say pray beside you?
yes.
I think I've heard this, but I don't think I've
Abi,
ever
you say salam
experienced it.
alaikum and they will look at you like your salama is not
You.
complete
How
because you
do
are not
you
wearing
know?
jalbab.
You know, I went for and
They
if
will
this
not
thing you
answer
just
you.
said yesterday, this thing you just said yesterday, but the event I
Mm-hmm.
went for, so majority of them like the only one using my wrapped hijab. Majority of them were these people that I don't know what we call them now. The up and down, same color
Oh,
dress and
two
hijab.
tone,
Two piece.
Yes,
two piece.
two piece.
Two piece.
And then so my aunt was like, you should socialize, like interact,
Network.
network. And I actually went there with that intention. Allah
Okay.
sees my heart. I went there with the intention of, oh, let's meet new people, you know. And then I got there and then I'm like, Salam alaikum, salam alaikum. And then it was this kind of, oh, walaikum salam. Yes, walaikum
Oh
salam. And I'm
God.
like,
Oh God.
all of us are Muslims now. Abi báwo ni?
Like,
I don't kill, I don't bury me. And then after
No.
a while, after the first, let's say 5, 6 people that I said it explained to, and I noticed their countenance, I just
mm-hmm.
looked away. I'm like, well, when Quran knows that sound daddy, if you want to say hi, if you want to say salam, I answer you. If you don't want to say salam, I'll be on my own. I mean, nobody
Abi.
dies from being on his own.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I don't have other people that I talk to outside. And then even in the office, I get it sometimes. And funny that I get it from some just the minority, but from some two guys in the office. And I
Mm-hmm.
just look at them like, Allah, Allah, Allah. You people don't have any business with judging me. The only person that I owe any explanation and any of my actions to is Allah. And as long as He has not appointed you people as His PA in His book,
If
your
you said
opinions, you
person,
can
what did
take
you
it
say?
and flush it down your bum bum.
When you said person, I thought you meant the professor. So I thought you were going to say, the professor Salam.
Isn't it?
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh,
Plus
one thing about like them saying that, okay, you have this thing, you want to do this thing, they want you to do something. It's the way you present yourself. You don't come and say, don't do this, do this. Like, guy,
Mm-hmm.
it's the way you come and
Like,
be like,
this one that
us.
you're doing is you're just covering your it's still a fire. Kilo day. How?
And
Why?
like,
kí n
who
how?
said
tí
that?
Where did you come from?
ṣẹ́yìn àtọlọ́run lẹ́jọ́ kọ́.
See,
Honestly, I don't think I've experienced that not only enough on this level. It's just, the side eye and things of, you are wearing, that your hijab is not long enough. And then I remember one Eid like that. I was washing, I think my top or whatever I was wearing, the hand was tight. And you know that we can wipe our hands if I perform ablution previously. And then
Mm-hmm.
somebody comes to me, she was most likely wearing a two-piece or a two. And then she was like, no, 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 remove your hand and wash it. And I'm looking at her like, I can do this one. She was like, yes, but that one is better. And I know she meant well, but it was just that kind of, like see that look of
See, that one is
see,
that one is different oh.
I even have a
what
good
is it?
one. Like, I have a very good one that I just remembered now. So
Tell us.
I am a young budding secondary school child, trying my best, going to madrasa every Saturday and Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
trying. And at some point, it was after I had done my walima, we had just started like and integrating into like learning Arabic. So I'm already like, I don't want to come, I want to come, that kind of vibe. And this
Yes.
person just helped me concretize not coming again, because I didn't expect somebody that is supposed to be teaching me to actually say this to me. So let me paint the picture for you. I'm wearing the regular uniform, which is a gown, like a full gown, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
wearing like a white veil. But what happens is they give us like this hijab, this long one. So what I do is I tie the veil and I put the hijab to my neck. So it's even longer than the length is higher, is longer than what you
You
wear,
want
like what you be normally.
Mm-hmm.
And that is how this person, out of nowhere, just asked me this question: when will you start wearing the hijab?
Yeah.
Mhm,
no
mhm.
preamble,
Wàhálà
explanation.
bá
Hey,
ṣẹlẹ̀.
just direction.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what? Ah. I looked at myself and I was like, wait, what am I wearing? Sand.
Pattern.
You're wearing
That's
ìborùn.
true. You're wearing the hijab. I even thought you said you were tying the scarf. You were already wearing the
No,
hijab.
I tied the veil, I put
Yes.
the hijab to my neck. So basically I'm having two pieces on my head already.
So you did the normal style and then extra. And
Yes.
they still asked you, wow. Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Because initially, when you said it, I thought maybe you just tied scarf and then you were throwing it on your neck.
No.
Mad.
I tied it. I tied it normally. I put the hijab onto my neck. You know, like this. I don't know how to explain the style, but it's just like that. And I was
One
like,
of those
hey,
styles that were in vogue. In vogue, I what
exactly.
is it?
Then, and I was like, hey, me, which one am I now doing again? So that was like one of the main reasons I even was like, man, I'm not interested. What kind of question is that one?
Like, even if you were not wearing the hijab, I would have expected, oh, salam alaikum. The beauty of Islam is kini, 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 kini. Let's
Hello.
bobo me, say a lot of shalaye. Then,
My
Nothing.
be
dear,
like, oh,
Nothing.
my dear,
what is it?
if it was a lady, I'll still be like,
Oh,
how far now? It was a
oh.
mansplainer. He just came to just mansplain it to me. I was like, guy, how come? Who are you? Why are you even looking at me? Are you not supposed to be lowering your gaze?
You get.
That thing is crazy, right? When like men, one of the things some people would do when a man sees like something is they'll tell a woman to tell you. That's one of the things
Mm-hmm.
some men do.
Exactly.
Those ones that respect themselves.
But how many of them respect themselves?
It
Zero.
reached me. It reached me. Yes, because nah, I don't think I really have that much experience. Like somebody coming to me, nothing comes to mind. It's just the usual, glances. The oh, your jab is not long enough. You should pull it down a bit. He's showing your this. He's showing your that, and you're just looking at them like, okay, cool. But and of course some of them I listen to because if my job is really not long enough, it bugs me, right? But I've never
Yeah.
actually had someone come to me and tell me when are you wearing your hijab? Or which was the one that and that person said, I know. Nah, that's crazy. So you guys, more what's it called? Or should we move on to the do you have more things to say or should we move on to our games?
Which one?
Game.
I think we
Which
can
one
do
should
games.
Okay, so is our
Yeah.
usual game now.
I think we can do games.
Okay. So rounding up is a case of on one hand, we have those that think we're so holy, very job, plenty, plenty, you're doing too much. And then we have on the other hand, I was saying that it's people that want the best for us, but you guys, from your experiences, seem like some people are just out there like you must do a lot. Like they really want people to do a lot or nothing at all.
Yeah, and
So
some you start sensing some kind of bitter
Mhm.
in it,
Mhm.
and you
Yes.
just be like,
please
okay, all
explain.
right,
What do you mean by that? Please explain.
more like do it in this particular way, like this.
Oh, I think that's one I understand. I think I comes to mind, that kind of you must do it this particular way
Mm-hmm.
or you're not doing it the right way. That one I can
Yeah,
relate.
yeah.
I usually just ignore and run away from people like that because I'm like, nah, you ain't gonna come poison my religion. Mm-mm, mm-mm,
Exactly.
mm-mm. I've worked too hard and I'm working too hard and I plan to work too hard for you to come and scatter it.
Like, stay away.
As
Avoid me.
in, Abio, Satan, beware. Avoid me, Satan. So you guys, let's go to the games.
Yeah.
One thing, let me just say, when I was thinking
Okay.
about games
Joking.
and everything, sorry, did someone say something?
No, no.
Okay, when I was thinking
No,
about
I
games,
don't think so.
one of the games that came to mind was I don't know if you guys watch K drama that they would have like question and answer or something, and then the person would drink. They is alcohol. I was thinking
Yeah.
of doing something like with water, like
But we
we
don't
have
have
cups of water.
video.
Sorry.
We don't have video now.
Exactly. So it won't be fun. And then, but this question and answer seems to be nice. But I'm still thinking about it. Fun games. Because I like to, talk about the serious thing and then we round it up with games.
Mm.
So, guys, I've scrolled down to 33 to 46. That's 33 to 46. Pick a question.
Somebody else start them.
From
Should
what
I start?
numbers?
33 to 46 or 47?
40.
40. What is the best song to cook to? Oh, that's a good one.
Oh,
What's the best song?
To
to cook
cook
to.
to.
Ah.
Hmm. Plenty songs come to mind.
Nothing comes to mind.
Plenty come to mind.
Just turn on your playlist. Abia, give us one.
Let me see. Okay, let me go local. Let me pick Akpala.
Why do you pick that?
Aruna Ishola.
God.
To
Conduct.
cook?
To cook.
Yes. Bàbá tí ń yẹ ká máa
I
bá wọn yí ọpọ́n àpàlà ti sún
You-
finally. It's very sweet.
Why are you okay?
mean, God,
What comes to
no.
mind when I
Especially,
hear that song?
eh?
Okay, especially.
Especially when you are turning that okede.
I was the
Mm,
That's
mm,
what
mm,
it's a jam. It's a jam.
mm,
When
mm, mm.
the song comes to mind, I'm thinking stuck in the car with a parent and just
No,
putting my mom. I'm
you
listening to
don't
it,
know.
or my
You don't know
grandma
what you are
dancing to it.
missing. If you hear Akpala in the
No,
question,
when you hear it and
it's a
that
jam.
there's a particular dance where they hold the what's it called of their clothes and then sway left and right, that kind of thing, and you're just like, okay
Mm.
now.
Now, so when you're in the kitchen, you take your spoon,
Mm.
and then you just quickly give yourself a twirl, kokomole, and then you go back to turning your kale on the
Oh,
pot.
God.
Alamajako ni Coco.
Kò lè ní kókó láíláí.
Right?
You see the beat used to melt the cocoa in the okele.
The
Oh
what?
yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh, God.
For me, I have like a playlist of me. I listen to only vocals only, or let me say I try to listen to only vocals only. So I was expecting you to say like, "Oh, I have a playlist or something." So me, whenever I remember, is usually just click on the playlist. Which song am I feeling, and then we go from there. Okay, who is
I
going?
don't have a playlist per se. I just
Okay,
have like, because so I don't have a particular favorite genre of music. So it's like
okay.
my mood, my playlist is a combination of all my moods.
Mm.
Yeah,
So
same here.
when everything is playing, if you get to the one that okay, me, you're seeing the mood for romantic songs.
Mm-hmm.
Next,
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
seeing the mood for motivational songs. Next, you know. So
you
it's
just want
like
hype sometimes.
exactly you
Yeah,
get.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I can actually relate to that.
So next
Okay,
question.
okay. So next question: Who is going? Who's picking?
30.
Who picked 30?
Man.
Okay, so I'm going to let's see. I'm scroll up to 30. What is an embarrassing fashion trend you embraced?
Oh no.
I don't stand by. I don't used to embrace nonsense things.
I
Eh,
beg to differ. I
Let's
beg
be truth. Let's be truthful, yeah.
I
Wait, let me
beg to
think. Let
differ.
me think. Let me think. Because I don't to buy clothes like that. Wait,
Ah,
wait. Let
Even
me
I can't
oh,
think of any.
I can't.
I think I can
let me
know.
Omo.
see.
That's rubbish makeup I
I
used to
might
do.
have some.
I can't. Please let me remind me of all those embarrassing things. Ah,
All those makeup
wait.
we used to do.
There was this.
Hijab style.
There was this. Yeah, I did all those foolish hijab style that you will now use two hijabs together to
Yes.
do two color.
Your head will not be
Headache.
heavy.
Potential headache in the making.
I was a
Oh,
queen of that rubbish.
Makeup looking like I am Matanga and they're
No, I,
smiling
I don't.
through it.
I
Oh
don't
my
to do
god.
makeup. All those
oh my god.
abortion
Leggings.
belts.
Oh my
Abortion.
god.
It was nice, you guys, but it was too much. It was too much.
Oh,
I
Was the
still
leggings
have
time
and
when
picture of that my double
when you
color
wear
hijab.
skirt and you put leggings under. Like
Yellow
why?
and blue and pink and white.
skirt and leggings. Wait, is the skirt
Oh
long?
yes, knee length.
Oh,
All those knee
okay.
length
I did that
skirts
one.
with leggings. Oh yeah,
Leggings.
yeah, no, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
did that
yeah. I
one and
know
I
that
still
one.
like it small.
It's still fine. It's still fine if you put it with boots. Yeah, it's still
Abi
Every
o,
fine.
boot.
and
Not Mary Jane's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh,
My own number 41.
okay. Listen. Where is the best vacation spot?
Ooh,
Not your own,
ooh,
no, the best.
the best. I will have to pick my own because I'm going to compare me with everybody else.
Abi.
Where? I don't want to say like generic places. Like
What did you say?
I don't want to say like generic places like Maldives, like the Bahamas. You know those
Mhm.
generic. Everybody wants to go there. Holiday.
Yeah.
Like
Hawaii.
places like Netherlands. Like I just want to visit that place, that
Why?
country.
Hmm.
Hmm?
Why?
I think yeah, Amsterdam is in Netherlands, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like fascinated with how they put their buildings in water and they still have water problems.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Nonsense.
I really want to have that.
Yes.
What
So
about
I want
another sorry?
yeah, that's like my like the place I can think of where I just want to explore. And Greece.
When you said when I read your question, what came to mind was explore, go around the world. That's it for me. I want to travel around the world. But then when
If
you
it's
said
holiday, I want to
Amsterdam,
sleep. My
you want
bed.
to sleep.
I swear. My bed.
You
Best
want
holiday
to sleep
spot.
on
If
your
Yeah,
nobody
bed.
will
That's your
disturb me.
yeah,
See,
mood.
give me 1 week holiday when I'm having my period.
that's
Just
your
be on
best
my
vacation
bed.
spot. I mean, I relate actually. 1 week holiday
No
on your period.
commitment.
1 week
No,
holiday on your period is actually the
Yeah.
best vacation spot.
Well,
freedom,
On your
freedom.
bed, no
ah,
disturbance, you alone with food or
ah,
You
whatever
should
you
not
need
have.
around
You should
you.
not have no other
It,
food. Not that you can cook. You just have
Omo.
God.
what do you say?
No, no enjoyment
You should
pass
have
like that.
money and light,
Seriously.
Money, light, and then you should have like a
internet.
freezer in your room that has all what you want, or a table
More.
I
that
No.
has
think
the other things.
Like,
That's
everything you
actually
guys said, but not in my house. Like, please, because let's be honest, yeah, we are
It's
living
not
in Africa.
possible.
We are living with our parents, not possible. So
It's
my
not
best vacation
possible.
will
mm,
be just put me in an hotel
now that you
for one
mention
week.
it, too. Now that you mention that
Where
part.
if I want to eat, it's just to pick up the phone
Phone.
and
Room
just say
service.
room
Ah,
333. I
yes,
need this,
I
this,
agree.
this. Mude
I
Sumpada.
agree. I
The only
agree.
thing I'm standing up to do is to open the door for them to bring the
And
food
again,
inside.
in the hotel,
And I
light
know
is
how to
guaranteed.
clean.
Exactly.
I
Light
know
Oh,
how
is
to
there,
clean.
my dear.
yeah.
It's
Chef
just
know
for
how
me
to
I
to
Actually,
eat,
clean.
actually that's the
yes,
best
I
vacation
agree.
spot.
I
sleep.
I
agree.
I
agree.
agree with you. I
No,
agree
I was
with
going
you.
to talk about
Honestly.
when W mentioned Amsterdam, I was going to talk about Morocco because I saw that picture on Twitter where different places are the same color and everything. But man, let's not lie, what you guys have said, hotel, room service, and you can afford it, sleeping,
Honestly.
waking
Just
up, living your best life.
staying.
Yeah,
Just they
best
chop, they
vacation spot.
sleep, they chop,
Eh?
they
That
sleep,
thing is life.
they watch film, anything.
As in,
That
Ah,
thing
Anything.
is
but the
binge,
life.
cocoa is the
binge,
sleeping.
binge as you want to binge.
Ah,
A whole
God,
week.
That thing
And
is
it's not
sweet.
as if you know that work. Like me
seriously,
and this
like,
week together.
Yes, me and this week together, you're not. There's not like something at the back of your mind.
exactly. Like,
Um,
Exactly.
how will I do this when I now come back to reality?
no, no, no,
And the
No.
no.
weeks now go slowly again. Ah,
Mm,
KO.
That
Yeah,
thing,
doing.
eh,
Bliss.
So who's next?
you.
You.
Oh, it's me. Okay, I'm going to choose number 47. I think I said 47 is okay, 47.
Mm.
If you were to go viral, and I'd seen this thing before, why did I choose this question? If you were to go viral, then what would it be for? Honestly, having a YouTube channel and everything, that would be amazing to to get viral for, right? But if I was going
Seems.
to go viral, even seems it would probably be me cursing up and down or me saying the most random rubbish because I say the most random rubbish and I say it with my full chest. That even when I finish saying that, but how the hell did you think of that? That's probably what I'm going to go viral for. A random thing that I say, and then people are like, "Who says things like this?"
Mhm.
That's probably it.
If I'm to go viral, probably somebody recording me laugh.
Yes, yes. You probably enter Guinness Book of Records.
What?
You probably enter Guinness Book of Records. Because sometimes like, oh my god, can you stop? No, and then you're like, so I'm saying,
Oh
So,
gosh.
so some of my colleagues gave me like a card, like Christmas card last week, and two people were like, "Keep laughing the way." I'm like, "What the fuck? Why do you have to point out my laughter again?"
why do I have to drag my edges this
Oh
way?
god!
But
Like,
yeah,
ah, you're so loud.
you know your laugh. Okay, what about you guys now? If you were to go viral, then what would it be for?
ah, I really can't think of it.
Mm, ah, I don't know. Wait. How to go viral? No. I don't know.
I honestly can't even think of one reason why I would go viral. Like,
Hmm,
What
I
do I know
mean,
how to do? Yes, I don't know. Eh?
probably yeah, maybe it's because you're dancing somehow that you go viral.
Oh my man, no, I beg.
Ah,
No.
no, I don't know. I don't think it's probably going to be me running a commentary, thinking about it. I'm trying to think about something else. For you, maybe to be your dance, and then somebody be like, "Obele Shenjo,"
Oh God,
like you said.
no.
Because you can go viral for a good or a bad reason now. For you,
I
any
want
is
good.
it's a lie.
If I
What do you
go
say?
vibe of my
I
dance,
want
God, it will be embarrassing.
What did you say, W?
it will be embarrassing.
I'm
Ah.
like,
You
I'll
know
not
all
even
those
go to the
agents.
street again.
You know all those
Seriously.
agents in movies when their clients, the popular person goes, "Oh, this is really embarrassing," and the person goes, "What is the point? You're famous," or something along those lines.
No,
That comes
there's
to mind.
no, I don't want. I don't want. Ah,
That's
You're
you on
gonna
the
be
street. Are you that
rich.
girl that was dancing? Yeah, it's not me. It's not me. You have the wrong
Wrong
person,
number.
Emeka.
But I think S is going to be famous for her snide comments. She
yes,
dropped
like
them as they
very,
hot.
very snappy,
Hmm.
snide comments. Just take it.
Like
That's a possibility. It's a possibility.
somebody would say something and she just give push. And they'll be like, wow, get you a friend like
Um,
that.
Nice.
That,
Okay.
that's a chance. There's a chance in that.
Okay, you guys, the next question, next round of questions.
Um, 38.
38. What is your favorite podcast?
Wrong person to ask that question.
Let me give you a tea.
I'm trying to hear your answer
You
because
get?
I want to know.
Is it my own answer you're trying to hear?
Yes, no.
Yes, you want to say another thing. Say it. We don't look.
Which type of bribery and corruption is this?
They
Human
play,
Ah,
they
rights.
play.
Blackmail.
oh yeah,
Human
of
rights.
Muslimah Shades. Because
Did she say, what did
Uh,
she say?
Muslimah Shades, Muslimah Shades.
I mean, tell us your actual answer, John. We've heard number one. Yeah, tell us number two.
My darling, I
Uh,
don't
uh,
listen to podcasts.
Yoruba
Trust me.
Milekenka.
Yoruba Milekenka.
Oh,
Yoruba Milking Cat put me on his coming. She didn't come back. She didn't come back.
why am I
Yoruba Milking
getting
Cat
shaded?
was a runaway podcast. And we're still praying to God to bring her back.
Oh my God.
Soon, inshallah. Why am I getting shaded? I thought I was doing the shading.
You walk all the second
How the
answer.
tables have turned,
Abi,
my dear.
you
What
drag
did you
yourself
say?
inside.
The
You
tables
were the
have
one that asked for second answer now.
Bill,
turned.
if it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
Oh.
Okay, who's going next?
32.
32. Okay. I think you're the one that chose 30 the last time.
Yeah.
Weird. How often do you wash your sheets? I saw that question earlier.
Wash what?
Guys, your
Do
bed
you
sheet.
wash your bed sheets?
Bed sheet. Maybe once a week.
Honestly, I would
Ooh.
expect something
Ooh.
Maybe a week or
along
10
the
days,
lines of, are we
depending.
supposed to watch it?
Ah,
I'm clapping for you,
I'm clapping
Emmy.
for you. You deserve it,
Once
man.
a week.
My God.
I'm a married woman.
In the
Oh,
Oh, okay.
voice of,
We
in the
understand.
voice of,
uh,
what did you say?
eh,
I said
eh.
I'm a married woman.
I'm saying no. They said something. I was going to say in the voice of our mother. Shasho yo ni buni. Abi I know. Sheko ni yo wuni. Then for
Ah, well, we thank Allah for everything that He allows us to do.
I beg, let's not bother answering this question
Oh
for
my
that person. Let's just stick to Emmy. Let her just answer
Yes,
it in a very nice way.
yes,
Next
yes.
question.
Thank you
It
very
would not be
much.
nice for us to open our things in public.
God. God have
Thank
mercy.
you. Number 45.
45. What is your go-to drink order at a restaurant?
Coca-Cola. I'm not even I'm not even going to
Me,
think
I
of
know
it.
it's the other drink. It used to cost.
Can
Used
you
to
imagine?
cost. So water, I mean you bring your ever bottle from outside.
I can't bring
Which
them
one?
up because they don't heavy. But I should check on the food.
Ayo.
But
Oh
no, but if
God.
I'm actually going out and living large kind of thing, I normally usually try to try like new drinks because I'm really curious
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
But sometimes
when I
okay.
first think of drinks, I'm like, okay, what do you have? If I see that they don't, what actually when I go out, I see myself taking more lemonade. But if there's no lemonade, then it's Coca-Cola. No, you people, anybody that
Yeah,
finally
I
listens to
mostly
this
do
this
cola.
recording, please, I love Coca-Cola. You can,
Send
I
it my
mostly
way.
do cola also. Because most
You
of
know,
this outing, people just like beer, kinikon, cocktail, blah blah
exactly.
blah. I'm like, what?
So
Just give
stay
me
safe.
cola. Thank you.
People,
Give me
cocktails
my
people.
are my go.
give me my Chapman and I'm fine. I don't like
I
stress.
don't even
Just having
go
an
that far
approved
because
Some
before they
Chapman
some
say
beside
Chapman
Chapman
be
has
me.
something
sus.
inside,
Some Chapman be sus.
Ah,
They are
Sir,
sus.
now be asking, sorry,
no.
this one that they wrote like this now, is it alcoholic? Is it
I mean,
kinikon?
I
No,
asked
you know
because
that
I'm
they
very
too, they
curious.
usually have the two. They usually have the
Mm-hmm.
alcoholic and
Yeah,
non-alcoholic.
yeah.
Yeah.
So because
And
me, I'm not a fan of Coke. I don't like Coke.
They, but
I don't like it.
yeah.
like Chapman should it have that slight bitter taste? That just small
Apparently, it's
bitter
supposed
taste.
to. It's part of it. Like
Part
that's
of
part
it.
of the business.
But the
Apart.
Chapman that we get outside are always forever sweet. White.
No, I
White.
think
My
Schweppes
dear, let
Chapman
us
has
be
that bitter
taking it
taste.
the forever sweet. I think it depends
Yo-yo
on what they
bitters.
use to make their own the
Or
Yeah.
yeah,
Chapman. Ah,
yeah.
no,
You
I'm all.
But I
You
think
bitters,
Schweppes
BT
Chapman
Bawo.
has that bitter taste though.
I've seen somebody mix yo-yo bitter inside Chapman.
With
Say
what?
that's inside Chapman yo-yo bitters. Just like
That one is
and
no
I'm
more
Because of
Chapman.
why?
No.
Because of what?
That
this
one
one
is
was
bitter man.
teaching teaching people new. But
Eh,
this is how you just keep
Hmm?
Chapman.
why the Chapman be down, I beg.
Where the
Go
person is
chap or
doing Chapman for
go
people with
chap more.
diabetes.
Abi, maybe. Go
That
chap
what?
more.
For people with diabetes.
Yeah, but yeah.
But
No, I no,
diabetes
but
is not just by sugar. What if you are putting something that is worse inside the body?
Abi?
I cannot think of any other reason.
Says yo bitters. Hey.
No, they want it to have a flushing effect
this is Papa.
after.
Which memory we are now?
Hmm. What?
Anyway,
That's the best one. That's the best dry joke. Flushing effect. You know yo-yo bitters, they say it flushes the system.
But yeah, that's probably why.
That must be why. That must be why.
So yeah, no, mine
so
is more cool. I like to try the new ones. I tried the ones that they do with Chapman. So I was going to say Chapman.
That was FD. That was
how about
FD.
you? How are you, ma? Don't worry, we understand.
Oh, your
Okay, so
fear.
and what is it?
Oh, your fear.
I'm just chicken.
Oh,
Mobile cinema. Okay, who's
you,
who's picking the next number?
you.
Me. It's always me that I'm forgetting.
You,
Okay.
madam.
You.
Somebody has picked 40. 41. Let me see 41. Who is the
I don't know.
most interesting person? Oh no, that's 42. No, oh yeah, somebody already picked 41. I'm going to go for 42 because I already started reading it. Who is the most interesting person you have ever met?
Omo.
It's going to be me or somebody in my family.
I
Ah,
don't understand.
you have ever met?
Yes,
I don't go hear
me or
me.
Why?
somebody in my
Oh, me, Sarah, Oyemi.
I
I'm
don't
only
understand.
sometimes when I hear the things, I told you when I hear the things that come out of my mouth, I don't give it. And then when I was thinking about it, it didn't occur to me that it was that crazy. And then I'm like, wait, how did you think about that? Or somebody in my family, maybe because we grew up cracking stupid jokes. Sometimes we'll sit around
Probably
like
why. Probably why.
be cracking stupid dry jokes, and we'll be laughing at it. We'll have like inside jokes, like especially because we're many, right? We'll just say something, and then everybody will start. The five of us can sit down, and they will start laughing. And I'm sure like a third party will be there, like, wow, what happened to them? Like,
Your
what went
family is like
wrong?
a reverse of ours. Like
Okay,
the boy, girl.
yes,
It's like and it's 5-5. It's
yes,
always
five, five,
nice.
that's
Yeah.
true. That's
Yeah.
actually true. True.
It
I'm
always
realizing now that
messes
it's in reverse.
Ah, Olodo.
Maybe I
Since.
thought about it earlier. But yes, okay,
Mhm.
let me go away from myself and family. Most interesting person I've met. Hmm, me, I don't know.
Mo,
Because
Mo, is
everybody's
it not me?
interesting.
Is it
Have
not me?
you who else? That
Abi,
has to be you. I think honestly, everybody I've met has one, like, one what's it called or the other, apart from the crazy ones, right? Especially those that you have like sit down and have a conversation with. I know there is Emmy that is crazy. And laugh annoys me. There is S. That one, she's always angry. That's like that kind of always looking for her trouble, knowing that she beats me up. And then there's W. W is like calm, listener,
Oh.
a vibing kind of thing.
oh,
So yes, that's it. I think everybody. I do this thing where everybody I meet is like that kind of trying to leave a good impression and also trying to get a similar impression from the person. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's conscious or unconscious. Yeah. So, but now I still have to give my family members that most interesting people. Sha. Sorry.
But I will still laugh anyhow, anyways. You can't
Abi,
run away from it.
Abi.
And I'll still
Mo,
insult you for it.
can we do
Sorry.
something where you look at the most interesting question in that thing and everybody answers it?
I look at the most interesting question.
Question in the list that everybody answers.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Or we can just do series of questions. What about that?
A series like
How many?
We can
how
just do
Because
like
many?
I
four.
have to go
Four.
soon.
Yeah, we should actually round up soon, actually. Do you make your
Okay.
bed in the morning?
Ah,
No.
No, let's not lie.
no,
I know it's to
No.
lie.
no.
One,
No.
You
once
separate your laundry or
once
throw
in
it
a
all together.
month.
Hmm?
Yeah, I separate
When
my
the
laundry.
spirit, when the
Do you
spirit
what?
leaves.
Separate your laundry or throw it all together.
I
I separate my
separate.
Ah,
laundry.
I
Because
separate.
me
Depends on the
sepobo.
mood.
wait,
I
Because
always
me
wait.
separate.
sepobo.
When you say separate your laundry, you mean before you put it inside the machine, before you wash it, or
Like
at
colored,
the point of
blacks.
putting it?
In which way we ask?
Oh my
Song would you pick
Cause
right now for karaoke?
god. Eh?
Eh?
What song will you pick
Ololade
right
ni
now for
Ashake.
Let
karaoke?
it go. Let it go. Can't hold me
Mo
back
ní Joa,
anymore.
Joa, bó bá wà, kó jáde síta.
Going to be for me will be an Adele song for
A
Yeah.
B
happier.
C D E F G.
Ah,
I
that's
will
that's
win
that's
that.
that's
That's
I
the best.
will
That's
win
the
that
winner.
karaoke.
That song win. That's the song that won.
very good.
I will
Okay,
win.
which one again? What is your favorite movie?
Hmm.
What is your
Hmm.
favorite movie that you've seen in the cinemas? Theater, but cinemas.
Ah, recently,
Cinema. Cinema.
It's a
Hmm.
recently,
Marvel movie.
the Marvel movie.
It has to be a
If
There's
it,
Marvel
there's this
movie, to be
movie that I
honest.
watched and I can't I've not been able to remember the title ever since.
okay.
Wow.
But it's like my favorite movie. And I don't know why I forgot the title. The title was three words and then the guy was killing them according to those words. I think it was mind, heart, soul or something like that.
Wow.
Hmm.
Can't remember now, but it
Okay.
was a very crazy
That
movie.
sounds interesting.
I know, right?
It
Sounds
was
crazy.
it
After
was a
that,
very
I'll go and
crazy
look for it.
movie. Maybe I'll ask the
Uh,
person I went with if I remember the title. If you
Is it
remember
this
the
ah,
year?
title. Yeah, it was early this year, actually. It was early this
that's a
year.
long time ago.
Exactly.
It
That
was
was like
very
5 years ago.
it was very, and I feel like why it was my favorite was because it wasn't my regular type of movie to watch
Okay.
Mm.
in the cinema. So it was like, okay, my expectations were low, but it was like boom, all the
Makes
way
Nice.
there.
sense. Makes sense.
Nice.
Okay.
Ah,
My,
cool. I'm very sure my own is Black Panther right now, Wakanda Forever, because I don't know how I still didn't cry while watching that
This
movie,
one
but
just took over my
my
voice.
my favorite movie of so far of all time is going to be like a combination of Infinity War and Age of Endgame.
Yeah.
Because
mm,
it's actually going to
Same
probably
here.
be Infinity War. Because for me, especially as a superhero movie, going there, you expect that they will win eventually. To be
Mm-hmm.
able to
Right.
get such a surprise, guy, and that place was like movie or theater.
You get like maybe they see something coming. Like it can't be the
As
end.
in,
What's going
yeah,
on here?
Everybody that watched was like, like I'm sure that is one thing a lot of those cinema staff and what is it called would say. At the end of the movie, we're like, wait it, come on, you guys kind of
Like, come
thing.
on, the go
especially
movie has
especially when they're
finished.
now on the light. When they turn on the light, you're
Eh,
like, wait, have we
like
finished here?
are we
What's that?
done?
Off that light.
Are we
That
done
light used
here?
to
We're
annoy
not done
me.
here.
Like, who
Duro.
sent you message? Who has it on the light?
Did I say
Oh,
I'm done? Did I say my money has
God.
finished?
Yeah,
Oh,
Endgame's experience was like very, very communal in a way, where everybody was just like, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes. That's why I
yeah.
said Infinity War. But why I like about maybe because whenever because one of the things I realized this year that a lot of people did or I heard people do was that they were always complaining about movies. And they'd be like, "Oh, that movie is not good enough. It was overrated." I'm like, Guys, what are you going to watch in the cinema? Because you're going there to appreciate that, like the directors, I mean the writers' way of thinking and everything like that. The
Mm-hmm.
storyline, the way especially if it's superhero movie, the action scenes and everything. And because
People are
somebody
getting
told
too
me
artistic.
Everybody
maybe
wants
that
to write their own story.
Everybody,
maybe that is it.
exactly.
But what is
Although me, I
crazy
will
is that
complain if the ending is annoying, Sha.
yeah. But I
Like
think what's crazy.
if there's no a proper rap or you don't rush it, like
Or
one
there's
Mm-hmm.
no
people just
closure.
do.
You're just
Yeah,
like, what's going on?
decide on your
This
own what happened.
this thing you
Ah,
said just reminded
did
me of
you
a movie that the
did you
guy
guys
figured out
watch?
what we already knew at the end. And then somebody that I watched it with was like, but we already knew that was what
Did you guys watch Tenet?
No, I
I
didn't watch it.
I don't
Ah,
know.
Up to now, I don't understand that movie, and I don't think I can ever understand it.
See, there are movies
somebody,
like that that you're just
somebody,
like,
somebody
why
was
did
like,
I sit down and
"This
watch this
movie is
thing?
for the wise." I said, "Well, I'm not wise in this point. Please, I beg, don't kill me on top movies." And this movie, everybody, some people are going forward, some people are going backward. Please, how am
Mm-hmm.
I supposed to understand that? Is my brain warped? No, I don't understand it.
At this point, for that movie, just identify as unwise.
As in, that's it. Like explain to me like a child
Oh
what
my god.
See,
happened
they tried.
slowly.
They tried. You know when somebody mixes time travel with a war movie, and I still do not understand. Like, please, let's just-
I don't think you were meant to understand.
Like they didn't want
If
people
you
to
so
don't understand
understand.
after that, I don't
You know,
think
it's
you're
when you
meant.
understand a movie that you can be able to criticize it. They don't want you to
thank
understand, so
you.
you'll not be able to criticize.
You want to confuse. You know
People,
that thing we do when we write the exam, where we are like,
mm,
check you know how to ask question. I don't know. I'm sure you.
no,
I do
I
some
don't
I,
stupid things
and
during
the
some
people that
exams
understood was
where
like, this
I
is a
will
work
just
of art,
write.
beautiful
Imagine.
movie. I said, all right, it's
Yeah,
all
some people
right.
are
No
just
wahala
joining
now.
bandwagon. Some people are just
I'm
joining
telling
bandwagon.
you.
They want to sound smart. If you ask them inside, what happened? So you see,
he
eh,
character flew, he dropped, he fly, and that's
Thank
the end of
you.
the story.
That's
You
the
know,
end of the
God.
story.
no, I was
Oh,
saying that some people and that some people are just doing too much. Let me not say doing too much. Like for example, I was talking to someone and she said that people said Black Panther was overrated.
Ye?
And
ah,
one thing Marvel movies have been getting, not just Panther, right? One thing Marvel movies have been getting for a while now is I don't know maybe because some people say watching it at Endgame. Any
mm.
Marvel movie that comes out, oh, he's overrated. And I'm like, don't you
Mm,
understand that this is like you're not there to watch only the storyline, you're there to see the stupidity of the characters, you're there to see the fight scenes and everything, and then you come and be like, oh, it was not worth it.
And the special effects, because that's exactly why the hype is there in the first place.
You
mm-hmm.
get I go
You
there,
know.
yes, whosoever can call this about something that they did inside studio. We see be worthy and they be standing inside cinema. Like that is what we're there to watch. It's like the movie experience, but I don't know what people are expecting. That's one thing, Sha, for me. Like that these days, I don't even know if people even understand what they are criticizing anymore.
But they
And
don't know.
They
Everybody want
don't
to
know.
be woke. Everybody want to join discussion.
Everybody wants to know, they want to be classical, elegant,
Salam
posh,
Mubarak.
on
Would you
top.
rather live in the dead? Okay, so guys, I'm going to say two questions now, and then we'll answer them, and then we'll round up. because
Okay.
we're
Okay.
already over time. This is fun,
Mm-hmm.
Masaba, but we need to try to keep to time. Would you
Yeah.
rather live in the desert or jungle?
Away.
Um,
I think for
um,
me it's desert, sha, because jungle has insects and wild animals.
is
Boya I
there
should
does
die
not
in
have
peace.
spider and all those things, scorpion?
Boya,
No,
boya I
there is.
should die in peace in the desert than for me to die.
I don't
I
know.
will
I
take
just
the jungle.
Eh?
check. I not stay at the entrance of both of them. Like, just stay in the border.
That's a
As in,
smart one.
just stay in the
I would
middle.
rather do neither.
The entrance. Oh my god.
I would rather do neither. Thank you very much.
Like, who even come up with these questions?
Right.
Yeah,
S is
no.
not S. What about S? S is you're strong. You're a strong, independent woman. Don't you think the jungle? Can-
Oh
Just
yeah.
the
Okay.
touch of the jungle. If you meet
Imagine
Tarzan,
yourself in Indiana Jones
Tanzania.
outfit.
Tanzania.
Well, imagine that in Indiana Jones outfit. What do you call
oh
that?
good.
What do you cutlass?
Away. Oh my man.
Hmm.
No.
Okay.
No.
So the last
Yeah, no.
question is, what is your least favorite part of your daily routine?
Waking up.
God
Thank
bless
you.
you. God bless you.
I think I think we all agree that it is waking up to and doing chores. Any
Oh, waking up to all these expectations of you. Like,
Wallah.
have you
I just woke up.
Ooh, you guys, no phone, no Wi-Fi. I know I said that was the last one, but I saw this one random. No phone or no Wi-Fi.
No Wi-Fi. I can manage my data.
No Wi-Fi. You get
Okay?
True,
no
true, true, true,
Wi-Fi.
true. They didn't say no internet
Why
was no
would you take
Wi-Fi.
my
They said
phone
smart.
away?
Hmm?
Eh? What did you
Exactly.
What is
Why
say?
would
it?
they take me?
What is it?
Why would you take my phone?
Exactly. Just take the
If you
Wi-Fi.
want to
I'm
take my
good.
phone, just Google Map put me in coma. Because in moving my bed, so what are we going to be doing with ourselves?
Is it TV we want to be
What are you doing
watching?
with the Wi-Fi?
Do you
Thank you.
understand?
Thank you. When MTN is there to be chopping our money, like
Have you? Even
Mm.
MTN self will
If
complain
it's
like,
that glow will be doing yama yama, I will be doing it.
you
I'll
will
sit down with them.
manage it. Exactly. Hey,
Hmm. Leave me and
Wi-Fi.
my phone alone,
Who
no. Joe. Who Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi?
Thank you. Wi-Fi. Hmm.
Wi-Fi. Wife.
What is a
Yeah,
Wi-Fi?
guys. So many questions, but let's round up here because this has been fun.
Yeah.
I think what
Yeah.
one thing maybe for our next episode we might consider doing is maybe questions before and after. We'll see because we're
Mm,
really enjoying it.
yes,
Let's
yes.
Yeah.
see. Let's see.
Okay, thank you so much, you guys.
Yep. Thank you so
All
much.
right.
This
Bye.
was fun.
Bye. It
Bye.
was nice
See you
doing
next
this
year.
with you guys.
Yeah, it was really nice. The laughing was something else.
Yeah.
All
Bye.
right.
Bye.
Bye. Salam alaikum.
Alaikum
Walaikum
salam.
salam.
Bye.